Welcome to JKTV. My name is Josfit Kamau. Today, we explore the journey, challenges, and direction of President William Ruto's government, a chapter that continues to shape Kenya's modern political landscape. When President Ruto took office, he carried a message of transformation, a promise to uplift the common citizen, empower the youth, and rebuild the economy from the bottom up. This vision, the bottom-up economic model, became the defining pillar of his administration. His government stepped into a nation facing global economic pressures, rising living costs, and the demand for renewed trust in leadership. From agriculture to digital innovation, from infrastructure to small business support, Ruto's administration placed focus on creating new opportunities for ordinary Kenyans. But the journey has not been without challenges. Public debate, political tension, and national conversations around policy and governance continue to shape the path forward. Through these challenges, the government pushes its agenda of reform, growth, and national stability. Ruto's leadership represents a new era, one defined by determination, dialogue, and a belief in the power of the Kenyan people. An era of economic ambition, regional diplomacy, and a vision for long-term transformation. Kenya moving forward, resilient, determined. Karibu Kenya. The ascent of William Ruto to the presidency marked a significant shift in Kenyan politics. It wasn't just a change of guard, but a narrative of a self-made man, the hustler reaching the pinnacle of power. This narrative resonated deeply with millions of Kenyans who saw their own struggles and aspirations reflected in his journey. The campaign was built on this very foundation, a promise to disrupt the traditional political dynasties and create an economy that works for everyone. Not just the privileged few. His victory was hard-fought, a testament to a strategic and relentless campaign that mobilized a powerful grassroots movement. Upon taking the oath of office, the weight of expectation was immense. The nation was grappling with the aftershocks of the COVID-19 pandemic, a ballooning national debt, and a cost of living that was spiraling out of control for many households. The new government had to hit the ground running, and its first order of business was to lay the groundwork for the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, or BETA. The core idea of BETA is simple yet profound: to channel resources and opportunities to the base of the economic pyramid. This meant prioritizing sectors that employ the majority of Kenyans, small and medium-sized enterprises, and the digital economy. In agriculture, the administration moved quickly to subsidize fertilizer, a critical input for millions of smallholder farmers. The goal was to boost food production, lower food prices, and enhance food security, which had become a pressing national issue. Early reports indicated a significant uptake of the subsidized fertilizer, signaling a step towards revitalizing the agricultural backbone of the country. Simultaneously, the government launched the Hustler Fund, a flagship program designed to provide affordable credit to small business owners and entrepreneurs who have historically been locked out of the formal banking system. This digital-first financial inclusion fund aimed to give a lifeline to the millions of mama and boda riders and small-scale traders who form the vibrant informal sector of Kenya's economy. It was a direct attempt to put money into the pockets of ordinary citizens, empowering them to grow their businesses and improve their livelihoods in the digital space. The administration has championed the expansion of internet connectivity and digital skills training. The vision is to create a digital superhighway that connects every corner of the country, opening up online work opportunities for the youth and making government services more accessible through the e-citizen platform. This digital transformation is seen as a key driver of efficiency, transparency, and economic growth for the 21st century. However, the path to economic recovery has been fraught with difficulties. To stabilize the nation's finances and manage its debt obligations, the government had to make tough and often unpopular decisions. The implementation of new taxes and levies, most notably through the Finance Act, sparked widespread public debate and protest. Critics argued that these measures were placing an even heavier burden on already struggling Kenyans, seemingly contradicting the bottom-up promise. The administration defended these policies as necessary short-term pains for long-term gain. The argument was that without increasing revenue and cutting down on borrowing, the country risked a severe debt crisis that would have far more devastating consequences. This has been the central tension of Ruto's first years in office, balancing the urgent need for fiscal consolidation with the promise of alleviating the economic pain of the common mwananchi. It's a tightrope walk that has tested the government's communication skills and its ability to maintain public trust. The political landscape has been equally dynamic. The initial post-election period saw heightened political tensions, with the opposition launching protests against the high cost of living and the new tax measures. These moments tested the nation's democratic maturity and the government's commitment to constitutionalism and the rule of law. Over time, however, a semblance of political calm has returned, with a bipartisan dialogue process initiated to address some of the contentious issues. This shift from confrontation to conversation reflects a recognition on both sides that national stability is paramount for any meaningful progress. On the international stage, President Ruto has been a very active and visible leader. He has positioned Kenya as a key player in regional peace and security, taking on mediation roles in conflicts within the Horn of Africa and the Great Lakes region. His administration has also been a vocal advocate for climate action, hosting the landmark Africa Climate Summit, which sought to frame Africa not as a victim of climate change, but as a continent with immense potential for green growth and renewable energy solutions. This proactive foreign policy is not just about diplomacy. It's intricately linked to the economic agenda. By strengthening ties with international partners and multilateral institutions like the IMF and the World Bank, the government has secured crucial financial support and created new opportunities for trade and investment. These partnerships are vital for funding major infrastructure projects and providing the budgetary support needed to navigate the current economic challenges. Looking ahead, the Ruto administration faces a complex set of tasks. The first is to demonstrate tangible results from its economic policies. Kenyans are waiting to see if the cost of living will come down, if the jobs promised will materialize, and if the Hustler Fund will translate into sustainable business growth. The government's success will ultimately be judged by the real-world impact on the lives of ordinary citizens. Secondly, the fight against corruption remains a critical challenge. President Ruto has spoken tough on graft, but translating this rhetoric into effective action is essential for winning public confidence and ensuring that public resources are used for their intended purpose. Strengthening institutions like the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission and ensuring the independence of the judiciary are crucial steps in this long and difficult battle. Thirdly, navigating the complex social and political fabric of Kenya requires a commitment to inclusivity and national unity. The government must continue to engage in dialogue, listen to dissenting voices, and work to bridge political divides. Building a consensus around the national development agenda is key to ensuring long-term stability and shared prosperity. The story of the Ruto presidency is still being written. It is a story of bold ambition, significant challenges, and a relentless drive to reshape Kenya's economic and political destiny. It is a narrative defined by the tension between difficult but necessary reforms and the immediate needs of the people. The administration has laid out a clear vision, but its ultimate legacy will depend on its ability to execute that vision, to navigate the inevitable obstacles, and to carry the Kenyan people along on this journey of transformation. As we continue to observe this chapter in our nation's history, it is a time for active citizenship, for constructive debate, and for a shared commitment to building a better Kenya. A Kenya that is resilient, determined, and moving forward. Thank you for joining us on JKTV. Please subscribe for more in-depth analysis on the issues that shape our nation.